So now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I will start my next show. Can you see me moving in video? Okay, and the flat earth picture. It's very nice. So, let's talk about the blog edition. This time I get the better. 19. Edition number 19. Okay, so you saw me already. And we will open the blog. There is even the picture of the moon landing just in front of. Let's talk about number 19. And so the website will open. Today we'll talk about something very religious, but so not for sure. The difference between Son of Man and the Son of God is that the Son of Man comes from the godly God. He was born in the godly world. It means the world where only God exists, no angels, nothing. This is, you could say, in a core. But it is covered with the conscious spiritual world, and this might be about the angels. That's this round area. This that means this is actually the place where we can go. This is the goal. Yeah. So it is heaven is not directly to God. God will be, the Great Spirit will be for itself. That's for sure. Nothing will go in there. This is protected. But maybe also not the angels' world, but to the world of spirit. This is why we have to, yeah, let's develop, even it means the devil on your mind. Do this development, do this devil on your mind. Devil can be seen as a great teacher. It will teach us a lesson that we'll never forget. And most of the people might fail, and some will make it into this conscious spiritual world. So where we are coming from? We are coming from the unconscious spiritual world, probably, if I get right. So you have to see it like standing with one foot in the godly world and the other feet in the conscious spiritual world. This is the Son of Man, also called Jesus. But I will talk about this in more details now on this blog also. It's only for now. So it is in every every area of this, but it's not really a physical area. It's a part of it, and it is a bridge. And this is also the meaning of the word pontifex. This is the bridge builder. He makes the connection. pontiffs in the Vatican. So we have to wait for the real pontifex, and the sun is coming, the light is coming, so it will happen anyway. The solely godly world will be untouched, but who have a connection to the godly world. This is a short snippet out of a book from nearly 100 years ago, which I'm reading every day a little bit, because I'm actually not so much into reading. So, there we are. The truth is still there. This is what the link is saying, and this is also the title of this website. And I will present this website. I will click on this. We will see how it will open. If it's opening externally, it looks like this. Then I can show you this more likely after this talk about what I'm writing. Yeah, it's coming. The website is coming. That's good. But the blog, in case the blog will disappear again. So I found out something. This is not my own idea, but I'm connecting with this idea about Jesus. I did not believe in this bullshit Christian thing, but then there was a time of change where I had spiritual experience. It was actually a prayer to Jesus, to the light. That means S-U-N and S-O-N, the same thing. That yeah, really was successful more than other ways. So still, one needs to understand about Jesus thing, and so we all deeper meaning of something in the world. And I'm writing Jesus like with a capital S in between, and so you can see already a French speaking from here. There's something similarity. It looks like je suis. There's only one letter missing, and as you know, creating languages, it's exactly this way. You put on a letter or you take away a letter, and especially vowels. So it is je suis, maybe. But when we translate je suis, this is I am, or in German ich bin. And that's exactly what Jesus is saying. Who are you? I am. Just like that. And so the name Jesus means I am. I don't know who knew this before, but this is this thing I found out myself. This is nobody else told me. And this is interesting. If you connect with the light, everyone will have input and ideas. Like David Icke already said, that he was enlightened and he gets these ideas. Of course, you have to be careful about these ideas. Could be also from demons that just pretend to be some messengers of light or angels, because you know, just think about the fallen angel. And so this I am, that means I am to be. I am, this am is more in the meaning of to be. Yeah? You have to be, just be, or let it be, like John Lennon sung. So you have to be yourself. This is actually the translation for Jesus. Be yourself. And be yourself is not the meaning of ego, the connected with the brain, with the mind, mentality, but it's about the self is, uh, in my opinion, connected to the soul. So be the soul. Listen to your heart, like Roxette was saying. So this is the meaning of Jesus. And this is something you have to take to your heart without, you don't need to become a Christian or religious or whatever. But I would call this religious view still. And so I'm writing further. When he says I am, then of course, when somebody asks you, who are you? And you say, I am. Who are you? I am. Yeah, they think you are just stupid or crazy or something, but you actually talk this way. I am just being. I'm just a being, human being, or I'm just man. So the question is from the one who has the question, who you are, is who are you now? Answer me now, because he actually expects you to answer, I am Mr. Joe, or I am the technician, or the doctor, or whatever, But these are all titles, and these are all roles we are playing in this theatrical game. Yeah, it's like a show. Uh, just enjoy the show. There's another song from Lenka. So, uh, the Son of God, or the Son of God. I'm writing in two different ways in German, Son of God, or God's Son. Okay, I'm writing like this. But Son, the Son stands for the offspring. Son means offspring, or in other words, creation. And son can be also female. It doesn't have any gender. I don't want to come to the gender ideology, but in this case, the son means offspring. That means also that the daughter is actually also the son. So you have this offspring, and offspring means creation. So it is the creation of the creator. So God is the creator. I use different words in German language. Something, the first word, it is more, I would have to look up the translation in English. You can look up yourself this term Schöpfer, but that sounds like if you are in the kitchen and you make a soup and you take something out of the soup bowl into the this is also this processing of schöpfen, but it means also to create something. And this is the meaning of this. God is the creator, and this is the second term I'm writing. It's very similar to create, or the one who makes everything. Yeah, the builder, the architect. You see this word architect. He is the great architect of this artificial world, because world is not earth, world is everything, and there are many worlds actually, but we only see this world. At least there are two worlds, the this world here and the other world, where we might be coming from. but this one is artificial. It is actually not real. Yeah. But it has to look real, otherwise it's not a learning place for us. So that's why it is very real unreal, or very real artificial. This is artificial word. Yeah. But artificial is this what is created by the satanic system, where we now go away from the natural law. The natural law is the cosmic, the God's law. And when you move away from this, it will backfire you for sure. And the people who do this. And this is exactly what is the meaning of the hell. And the hell could be even here on earth. And there could be people just having a good life, like me now, and other people are suffering. So at the same place, maybe. So this is because the way you are living. If you are living unnatural, the unnatural you are living, that means satanic, or you will suffer and you will have living hell. So this is the artificial world which is created by God. It can be dissolved in any time, just with a snip of the thumb and middle finger. Yeah. So he, the God, in German language is very clear because it is we use, the term the is in three different parts: masculine, feminine, and what is this? The mix out of this. But in English, I'm not so sure if you know or can find out God, is it masculine or feminine, but in German it is masculine. That's why we say he. And this is not because God is a man, and of course people imagine the gray hairy man. This is nothing like this. There's no picture or nothing. There's no appearance. This is a spirit. This is the great spirit, and it has nothing to do with any sex or gender. I take a sip of my tea. So, but we still say he or the God. However, I would use the word the creator. This is the best way. Great spirit is also good. Creator, it says everything because this is the one who creates everything, and or which creates everything. And this is, you cannot be wrong with this, because other names, or if you call it names like Elohim or Yahweh, this could be something else, or even Allah. Um, this could have another meaning. But I found that Allah comes probably from the Gothic language, which might be the oldest language in the world, and this comes from the word Allah, A-L-A, and that means mother. And mother is the creator, gives birth, to this world. So that's why also some people say maybe God is a female, but the spirit is just a spirit. I don't think that there's anything like, like in the physical world. So it is not masculine, not feminine at all. So the creator, God, created the earth and the whole system of the earth, because to it belongs also the underworld, which we not see, and also what is above the firmament. And I talk about the flat earth, of course. I cannot now I cannot accept anymore this heliocentric world, and this is coming in the next video. So you have to see it the way that religion pictures the world. Even it is just a picture, that means it's also imagination only. but for a long time it was always pictured like that, the geocentric world. So you have this flat plane with an ice ring around, and you have the firmament, which might be not so high. I think I think in Chile it is about 90 kilometers high, and in America, Europe 120 kilometers, and maybe in the center and then North Pole, or maybe this is the Garden of Eden, Meru, Mount Meru. This could be 150 kilometers high, where at least which you could test with rockets. So that means at the Arctic and Antarctic ice ring, it might be just 50 kilometers high, but I'm sure that if there's not even a wall, I don't want to talk too much about it because I want to do this in tomorrow, but I don't think there's really a wall or something. It's a totally different system, and I think it's regulated by temperature, because when you go into the Antarctic deeper, like this explorer Scott was doing, and he died because I think that he went too far and he could not return anymore. There's the point of no return, and the temperature is so low, I think minus 60, you are going to die. And it can be until, I talk about degrees Celsius, until minus 273.15, I think. It is the 0 Kelvin, and this is the moment when nothing can move anymore. It's like a vacuum, and this is actually the wall. This is then the last point you can go, and this will be outside at the uh, Antarctic. That's what I think, and above anyway, and down below we got only 12 kilometers. The Russians went on Kola, I think, 12 kilometers deep, and this is then hardest rock, the hardest rock, and you have no equipment model that is harder than this rock. So that means there's no way through. 12 kilometers, that's finished. Yeah. So anyway, this is the creator. He created the earth, and of course the whole world, but the earth especially as a training ground, you can say. The stars inside the firmament, it is very clearly described. It is inside, and the sun and the moon at the firmament. That means it is circulating around them. And there's a good example, in my opinion, when you want to see it in a model. Then it is like the German Reichstag's building in Berlin, where the federal government is in. They removed this dome above and replaced it with something where you can walk up. And I was walking up there as well, and I think exactly the sun and the moon is working this way. And when you know that this is a Jewish government, they have of course the knowledge more than us, and so they created this, because I think these Satanist people, they just want to take over, and they want to be like God, but the other way around. So they copy things. And so if you want to know how this works, just look at this. You can do this on the internet, or if you are in Berlin, you can go up there, see the parliament down there, but this is actually how the sun and the moon moves up and down. Yeah. Something like this. So I will have a short break. I will see you soon. I don't have anything to play now, but I need to go where also the king has to go, and then I will come back after this short break. I will make a pause. So, I hope you can hear me. I'm back again. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot. Uh, if I don't have tea, then I just drink the water, hot water. But uh, about 3 liters, especially in summertime, it's recommended to have 3 liters when you're at home. And yeah, you might have go to toilet often, and this is a quite good treat as well. Anyway, we want to continue talking about this religious stuff here, and so we talk about the sun and the sun. You see the German terms Sonne and Sohn, very similar also. So they just put an H in between and doubled the N for the sun, for the, and took the E away. So this is how they create two different words in the same language, and in English it's just change the vowels, and the O is the U, because you have also OU connected. So, and when the sun is the sun, in English it's even the same pronunciation. That's amazing. And most of the people might not have thought about it. That's what I saw in another video. And I totally agreed instantly to this guy, uh, because I knew already that it has to do with astrology, the symbol of the Israeli flag, the hexagram, pyramids, up and down. Yeah, one pyramid is up and one is down, and that means as above, so below. As above, at the firmament, the stars, we read the stars, so we will make the story below. It's exactly how they created the Bible, all the other ancient books. They were just looking at the stars, the constellations, how it's moving, and every night probably, because you really have to uh, go into this, not just sometimes. But since I did this also a little bit, just a little bit, I realized certain things, and it's very interesting. Um, so they really make the story out of what they see in the stars. And then to make an agenda out of this, the Freemasonry agenda, I'm not sure if this is really God's will, but I'm sure if this is not God's will, it will automatically be resolved, because when it's going the unnatural way, and this is very visible now, then something will happen that it turns around again automatically. So, for the Germans, I'm writing letter in English. Look at English, sun and sun. This is the same. Yes, it is the same. The sun and the sun is the same, because the sun is the offspring, remember? And the sun is also the offspring, the creation of God. Sun and moon and the stars, everything is created by God. And so the sun, S-O-N, which is referring to Jesus, is a creation of God. It's the offspring of God. So also Christian people would agree to this. The only point is now that yeah, I'm writing about this further, so I will not say it now. I continue with Jesus is the Son. It means Jesus, je suis, I am the Son. So when it's saying, or when he is saying, I am the Son, the Son of God or Son of Man, then people think of S-O-N more than S-U-N, because it's not very likely that somebody says, I am the S-U-N, the Son, this guy. So they will think I'm the Son. Oh yeah, the Son. You're the Son of, he must be the Son of God. The way he's talking, he's enlightened and so on. Yeah, in this story, if you believe that this story would be real, then the interpretation of people is very clear. It is the Son of God. But in reality, it is just, can I say it now? It is just a personification of the Son, S-U-N. S-O-N is just the personification of S-U-N. So the Son becomes a person, and a person is a fictional character. Yeah? That means Jesus is a fictional character with a deep meaning, for sure. So you can take this serious. It has very good value information for our life, how we have to live our life. But it is just about the Son, just about the S-U-N. So, but that means the people who worship Jesus, the Christian people, yeah, that's a hard thing. They worship this to the Son. They worship the S-U-N. And this is what you can see in the Vatican. Look at the pictures, especially, I think it's only Catholic, where they have Jesus on the cross. The cross is nothing else than the sun wheel. Yeah? Actually, the cross represents, you have this cross, the long cross. There are different crosses, but this is the Roman cross, Vatican. But you have also the short version, which looks like a plus sign, or you have also the German cross. And this is the sun wheel, actually, which you find also in Hindu and Buddhism. But the simple sun wheel has the 4 seasons. This is the European sun wheel, the 4 seasons you have there. And Jesus on the cross means the sun on the cross, the seasons cross. Yeah, it's making the seasons. So exactly about things happening in the sky. And so you can see it in the symbolic. And the symbol is coming from the Greek word, or that word, I think Greek word symbolem, and that means making connection. Yeah? So the symbol always makes a connection to the power sources behind. So that means Jesus is a symbol, or Jesus on the cross is the symbol for the power source behind. That means things that happening with the sun, especially now for the northern hemisphere, or the where you have the 4 seasons, even 3 or 2 seasons, and even 1 season in Singapore. But which the sun, the SUN is creating. So you can see in the Catholic Church that the sun, the SUN, is behind his head, behind the head of Jesus. That means Jesus on the sun wheel, the cross. So that's the whole thing. If you understand this better, this astrology or astronomy connection, then okay, it has a different meaning. But for Christian people, it's of course not acceptable, because they have to believe in that person. But person, you can look into the Black's Law Dictionary, is a fictional character. If you use the term person, it's a fictional character. If you say Son of Man or Man of God or something, then it already becomes more real, like us. But it isn't so real as the people think. So this can be then really wrong belief. I'm sorry to say this, but this is you have to wake up and to free yourself from this satanic religion, because all religions are taken over by Satan. Just think about it. If you are the ruler of this world, the Lord of this world, and the Christians even say, "Oh Lord," then of course you will take over everything and replace God with yourself. So just think about it, and that's why I can only say to everyone who's believing in God, that's the right way. But uh, I mean, all religions, uh, just go in yourself. You don't need a church. You can have some friends connecting, but even you have no friends, it doesn't matter. You connect to God yourself, to your Creator, to the Creator of the earth, even the Creator of this world, even the Creator of Satan and Lucifer. Everything is created by God, and this is all for a reason. And even sin might not work the way it should be, in our opinion. I think it is all okay this way, because in the end, I think it's only about our decision. We have a choice, and we have always a choice. We can be forced, but when these forces use force, um, there are two reasons. One, because we really go against the system, and this is, I think, we should not do. We have to accept the things as they are, but the other way around is they can force, like, you have to take the chip. You should say, no, I don't want this. No, you don't do this with me. Everyone else who wants to do this, okay. But the thing is, when then 90% or 99% have the chip, even with 50%, they can make already a law uh, that you have to accept the chip, or not that you have to accept the chip, but that the system only works now with the chip. And so, yeah, it's not so easy. Then you give in and you say, okay, most of the people do this. Remember this: most of the people will fall for it, so they will fall. So you have a time still to prepare yourself and to find a way, and I have to do this as well, uh, to avoid this, not to take on the mark of the beast, because uh, for your lifetime it might be still okay, but when you die, then you might have done the wrong decision and you cannot change this anymore. And you will be thrown into the mouth of Satan, who is very hungry to eat human souls. So that's why I think we should always choose the right way, and nobody needs anything like this artificial tool to be controlled only. But I'm confident. The sun is coming. That means for me, SUN is coming. You can also say Jesus. The consciousness is coming. So I don't think it will become so worse. But for some people, sure, because when you don't wake up, then you cannot react to certain things. So it's good when you research more, like a criminologist. Don't trust anyone except yourself. You have to stand for yourself. That's the only thing to do. Yeah. Don't even listen to me, because I could be wrong in some things as well. Many people would even say, especially now Christian people, "Oh, you are so wrong." Maybe even Muslim people, because they also believe in Jesus as a prophet, uh, bringing the truth. Yeah, this is bringing the sun. The light is bringing the truth, because when the sunlight is coming, you can see everything. You can see everything. Make the blind see again. The darkness cannot do this. Yeah. So now, at last, The Son is not God. That means S-U-N is not God. And that means also S-O-N, the Son, Jesus, is not God. So the Muslims would now say, yes, you're right, you got it right. But as I told before, this is because S-O-N, S-U-N connection, and so it is not God, because God is the creator, and the Son, S-U-N, is not the creator, it's the thing that was created, right? So that's why when you understand that S-O-N is S-U-N, is the personification of S-U-N, it cannot be God. That's impossible. And this is of course for Christian people very hard, even for all religions, very hard to understand. Only some might think, yes, there could be some truth about it. I understand this instantly, but this is only my opinion. So everyone has to find out him or herself. So it is only the thing that was created by God, the S-U-N, and that's why S-O-N is the same. The offspring is only the creation. And so uh, it is also said in the Holy Scriptures, you should not pray to something which was created by God. You should not pray to Satan, not to any items, the golden bull or whatever. All these items are not important, even not to the trees. Yeah. People do this, and I can tolerate this. This is no problem. This is, in my opinion, it could be medium. So it's a connecting tool. That means when Christian people uh, pray to the cross, to Jesus, to the Son. Actually, I'm also praying to the Son every day, and I will go out a little bit and worship the Son. You know, the sun bathing, just for a minute or something, it could be enough already. When the sun is really up to see, that's a good thing. You can worship the sun this way, that's okay. But when you worship God, that means you connect to God, and you should always be connected to God. This is your energy source, and spirit energy source. Then you look inside yourself. It's like meditation or something. So that means, and this is, I'm saying this again, the S-O-N is just the personification. There's the term person inside the fictive character, fictional character. It's just the personification of the S-U-N, in German Sonne, where the term S-O-N is inside the sun. Yeah. And the same thing with the personification of something which is of this world or connected with the earth system. The same thing they do with the people. They do personify things, and now we talk like this also. I personally think like this, or this person did like that. We talk about man, you know, and but we use the term person, and that means fictional character. It's all not real, or it's just like a robot. And then we have to get away from this. This is the unnatural way. So the same way they, I say they, those who manage these things for Satan, Freemasons, whatever, they do this with the people also, with the humans, because the humans are monsters. They are experienced monsters like the children, and they should be grown up already. So now it's time. They need some harder lessons. to grow up fast, because in this jurisdictional term you have the natural person and the jurisdictional person. So the natural person is you with your documents, and the jurisdictional person is only your documents. When they deal with your documents and you don't need to be there. That's it. But if you don't use any documents, that means no name, no address, nothing, the birth certificate, no, nothing like this, then you are just there. And when you choose not to use this, actually then you are grown up. Even though they might, in the last instance, they might kill you or let you die, whatever. In the end, that means you have made it. Just think about it. And I'm thinking about it. But you have to do it in the right way, because now we went already so far. There's also a rule about the devil, dealing with the devil, when you make a contract with the devil, and we all make contracts all the time. And when you get a new ID card or you get a new passport, this is a contract signing. And if you do this 3 times, like in Dr. Faustus of Goethe, knock on the door 3 times, or say come in 3 times, then it is a rule, and it is like accepted, and so it is much harder than to get out of this. And so we have this birth certificate. Even you just throw it away, you burn it, whatever, it is still registered to the system. And now the problem is with the fingerprints. Now something of your body and also the eye, what they do there with the eye in the photo, biometric, is already a connection to your body. And that means in places where they use this already as the identification, then even you just throw away everything and say, I'm just man, I don't need any documents. You express your free will, but the system cannot accept this. The people who work for the system, for them it is like crazy. And then they will just take your finger, if you want or not. They will even force you for this. It's possible. Even you say, I don't want this, and then they know who you are, because you already gave the fingerprint. It's already in the system, in the computer. So there might be no more way out, but I think you have to try to get out of this. And the final step is then, of course, the chip, because then you have the artificial thing in your body. So now you're already connected with the fingerprint, especially something natural in an artificial way. You have the connection, like with a bridge, to the to the artificial, to the fictional character. And they could have done this already before, and actually they did this before with fingerprints already during the NS time. I remember with the prisoners of war workers. I remember, and maybe also other places, they use this already, and they do this step by step, slowly but surely, because the injection of the chip is already ongoing on free will choice. By some offerings, you can become VIP, whatever. So I have to say, the whole mankind is on the wrong way. This is what I thought last year, but now I'm more confident because I see the light coming. The light was already 4 years, but I didn't look into this direction. Look towards the east. The light is coming, and so you can be confident. Then tomorrow I will talk about the meaning of the word Mary or Mariah, Maria, and so on. There's something interesting about it. I actually should prepare something for this as well. Maybe I should think about it. Or you just have to look up yourself. And then we come to the flat earth. There's a lot of things to say about the flat earth, as I can see. I hope the vacuum cleaning is not disturbing, because now I will switch over to the website. Here you can see me drinking my cup of tea. And I will switch to the desktop. And there you see already the website that I want to talk about. Okay, cookies are okay. So this is the website with the name "The Truth is Still There." So when he created the website, he was not so confident. In this picture, you see some evidence. This is the Ark of Noah in Turkey, close to the Mount Ararat, which is, I think, also quite high, 4, 5, 6,000 meters, I don't know. And this looks pretty much like this. There are pictures on the internet about this. This is an archaeological site, and it looks really like the Ark. One part, and then the part is connecting. Looks really like a big ship, and yeah, there's enough space also inside for all kind of animals. And this is rock outside. Inside is more sand. There are also more details about this. Maybe there are some YouTube videos about it. And now you think, oh, this is outside is rock. This is just from the mountainous area. But in reality, it's already very well known, even scientifically. Yeah, so I had to make a little break because of the vacuum cleaning. So I'm back to this because it is more or less rock on the side of this Ark of Noah. It's even you can increase the picture when you click on this. It is already scientifically known that trees, after a long time, they become rock. That's interesting. So that's another interesting topic to talk about, because when this was a wooden boat, very big, very huge, the biggest boat in the whole world, then you have also the trees. You have giant trees. You have to research this. Giant trees, which they cut just in the last century. And so these giant trees, like the Devil's Mountain, could be a giant tree, but from a time of the giants. If you read this in the Holy Scriptures, you have the time of the giants, the Titans, and whatever. So this is very likely. This really looks like that that they found the Ark of Noah. So this is all in German language, and there's nothing about English, so well I know. But the guy who's doing this, Paul Dorofeev, he speaks English very well, I think, because he lived in the USA with his Christian. He is a Christian, and with his Christian wife, he lived there. And maybe he's back now in Germany. I don't know, but he's doing this for the German people. And well, you can translate everything with a translator. Um, so he has different topics about uh, the humans and the feasts and the festivals, the symbols and logos. This is very interesting. He found out many things. It's not everything agreeable, of course, but a lot of interesting information. The numbers about the Bibles and you know, the, what is this? The false Bibles. It means they change the content, and he gives examples of this about the Bible code, Bible schools from Vatican, of course, about the Vatican itself, religions, sects, ideologies, movements, conspiracies, then the idea of bringing together the Protestants with the Catholics again, and I can tell you they are already together by the leadership, and then of course they also want to combine all religions together, and maybe this is the reason why they want to make the change of population, because the Muslims who are going to Europe, they are, you can say, not real Muslim, and they are yeah, they even call themselves liberal Muslim, so that their opinion is quite different. You know? You don't need to make 5 times a day prayer or whatever, so they can be more adjusted to a one-world religion. Then you have the false teacher, disinformation, occultism, Big Brother, New World Order, brainwashing, mind control. Remember the word government means mind control. Music and music industry, the satanism in it. Technologies, science, flat earth. So he's interested in this as well. UFOs and aliens, this was a topic before. Now I think it's not so important, and I'm not sure, but I think he was writing something that this is also not real, it's also coming from the system. Aliens means actually outlander, it means foreigner, so you are an alien, you have an alien passport. Biblical teachings and wrong teachings, biblical historical facts, and then he has MP3s about preaching something, MP3 Bible, which I downloaded, MP3 songs. Then he has about nutrition, health, and medicine, other topics, software, pictures, literature, and you can contact him and he will answer you in English if he will answer. Here, I have to show this first. I just explained to you the website if you're interested, and you can take a look at this. On the left side he's writing, you can fall apart or fall away from the living belief on Jesus Christ. That's something new, I saw this. Please don't believe the lies of the Calvinists, otherwise you will regret it. Click on this picture and you will hear uh, the preaching of Brother Karl Hermann Kaufmann. So this you cannot listen to because this is probably in German. So you have to research about the Calvinist. Then he is saying another thing. You can call me a conspiracy theorist, but only when you call all the others random theorists. So you can have I'm not sure, but I think that's him in the picture. You can download the Bible, but it's in German. So he has also a blog, Trump or Clinton, who is better? It says we are not, what is this? We don't vaccinate our children. Then it is something about you when you give your organs. Why nobody says anything about it when you donate your organs? What does it mean when they take out organs from you? It can be only done on a living body, because as soon as you die, the blood will turn blue, poisonous, and so they cannot use the organs. I mean, you have a certain time, probably, maybe. I'm not sure for this, but it goes actually quickly, as quick as the blood is flowing. And once this poisonous blood is inside the heart or other organs, you cannot use it anymore. That means the organ donation is always done on a living body. You are still alive. Unconscious, for sure, I think. But there's still the chance to save you. But you see, when they do something and it's critical, and should we continue or let him die, but take out the organs first for the business? This is a big business, and if you have this certification or whatever that you like to donate organs, even your iPhone, you have to check this, because now this will be all electronically digital. Then you give your agreement already that they can do this, and they will decide that you die because this makes money for them. So be careful about that. And did I bring this up already? Yeah, worship Yahweh. You know this YHW online, and give your own website with Jimdo. This is something about the website. Okay, he's doing some advertisement there also. So this is not so interesting. And then, like I said, this Yahweh, I would be careful about. By the way, Yahoo means so Yahweh. So something, yeah, careful. But he sees many things out of the Christian point of view quite well. But he's of course not accepted in the Christianity which is led by the Vatican. He's an outsider. And here you see a picture where you have the false prophet, you can say, the preacher and his masses, and he has already the whip in his hand, and one stands up. All others go down and worship man, or worship this monster, and one man like Paul Dorofeyev uh, stands up and says, "No, you are wrong," and he say, "You go down." But when there's a group of people right in front, oh, then it's already different. But he will still think, okay, I can make it. I just whip them and they will go down as well. But when all stand up, you know what he's doing? He's worshipping them or just has to leave. It would be better than he's just leaving. So, and under this, he's writing, you have to resist these people of power in your communities. It's more about the communities, not about the state or something. But you start in your community. You say, I don't accept this. I don't worship you. I worship God only. Yeah? I don't go down in front of you. This is what you can see in certain countries like Thailand, Buddhism. I see terrible things that they worship, you know, the monks uh, as representatives of Buddha or the god. But actually, this is what the picture is saying. You are worshipping the representatives of the devil. So think about it. That you can do it all yourself, and you don't need anyone else. You can find out all yourself, and you don't even need to read the Bible, whatever. You can do this, but remember, the Bible is also 666. It is not only altered; it is also the agenda. It's probably from the Freemasons. It is read from the stars, as above, so below. So you have this all inside you. Just out of the dark into the light. Then is an apostle story, is writing something. In Apostle Story 1730, you can read it yourself. I tried to translate it, it's not so easy. So God sees, oversees, or he overlooks things, or he doesn't care so much about the times of the unknowing. But now he orders all people around the world to repent. Yeah, I think this is the meaning of this. So if you have gone the way, there's still time to repent. That means to turn around and to do it better. It might not be too late. Even the sun is already coming, but this is, I think, the last chance. So that means repent and believe. And this is about this Karl Hermann Kaufmann he's talking about. So this is something, yeah, you have to find yourself which one is the best option. And finally, on the last, this is about the blogs. You can see he was more active in 2011. That means already 6 years ago, when I was still sleeping. Or a little bit, I was waking up already because in 2009 I watched already about September 11. But at that time, this October 2011, oh, I was busy with other things. But okay, and then he's talking about Chancellor Merkel is now saying the truth. That means she's revealing something. And he talks in another blog, money is coming out of nothing, the earth also out of nothing. But in reality, also money is not created out of nothing, not really out of thin air. It has to do with insurance. You have to give something, uh, yeah, for security, the so-called security, and in the end, it's your soul which will be eaten. war propaganda in Christian cover as well. And the question, Snoop Dogg. There's something about Snoop Dogg. It's not important. So, yeah, he talks about Billy Graham also, Joyce Meyer, and yeah, other things. Yeah, this is all possible to translate this. So I was looking at this for quite a time, and he has also created how we call this. He has created something. I forgot how Adobe Reader. Yeah, this. Yeah. This what you have in the Adobe Reader. So this is he has created that as well. Let's go to the webcam better. And this is a book, ebook, you can say. If you want to know when the Third World War will happen, it's a war about this world. The world is artificial. At the moment, I think it will not even be happening because the Third World War is said to be necessary for the New World Order, but maybe it will not even happen because the sun is already coming. It's too late. They cannot make it anymore because they need the energy for this. And I think the dark powers every day is less and less energy. Still enough energy, but or still a lot energy. You cannot put your head too much up high because you have enough idiots who would defeat you for them. But uh, Third World War, I think, is not going to happen, or not the way that would be necessary. And so it's about the coming of the Antichrist and so on. He's talking about it. It's also quite interesting. He make a calculation, and so remember this is about the 7 years, twice 3.5 years, the preaching time of Jesus, but this has also to do with the sun coming up with the Venus. Yeah, you see the Venus. All the bright stars are actually the so-called planets, and so this Venus is the last star before the morning comes, before the sun is coming, and the Venus is just the Mary, Virgin Mary, Virgin Venus Mary, and so you see the connection again, and this is now the time of the Antichrist. Is losing power already, so no need to worry about it. Just concentrate onto the light. This is the light. Even it might be just a projection, maybe it's even artificial, who knows. But the real light at least will come, that's for sure. And I'm off for today. And the next blog, this will be blog number 20 even, this is a good number for about the flat earth. So this will be for no. Oh, 21 will be flat earth. Tomorrow I will talk further about the Mary. So I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.